take the power t. T is the only term which we can take it out from both the terms. You have two different terms. Okay, so from both the terms we can move. From the first term we are taking only t outside. For the second term, since minus is also common, minus t we are taking it outside. So if it is in this form, it is easy for us to apply the integration. We have the formula for integration. So it is e power a minus j omega t, the whole divided by the bracket term of this, which is next to t, because we are doing different integration with respect to t. So it is a minus j omega, and similarly the second integration, it is e power minus a plus j omega, the whole divided by minus of a plus j omega. Okay, so substitute the limits. When you substitute the limit, before substituting the limit, you can keep this as a constant term. So I will take from the first term a minus j omega outside. So within the bracket, it is e power 0. E power 0 is 1 minus of e power minus infinity. How much is the value of e power minus infinity?
0, ma'am.
0. Okay. So my first term is just 1 minus 0 is 1. So 1 divided by a minus j omega. That is my answer for the first term. So similarly, the second term, what I can do is I can move minus a plus j omega outside. If I move minus a plus j omega outside, then I am going to substitute the limits. The upper limit is infinity only, but here we have a minus. So it is minus of infinity. So minus of infinity multiplied with any term is again infinity only. So minus infinity. So it is again 0. Minus of the lower limit is e power 0, it is 1. So 0 minus 1 is minus 1. So already we have one minus here. So minus minus will be cancelled. So you'll be getting the answer as 1 by a plus j omega. So I told you, if simplification is further possible, you have to do it, because we don't know what will be the key answer in the exam. So there is a possibility here. We can take the LCM and we can reduce this term. I want you to just try LCM and get me the answer.
2a by a square plus omega square.
Very good. 2a by a square plus omega square. Okay. So now take the next problem. See, if I write in the notes example 3.25 like that, that means I have taken these problems from the prescribed book. So there are 100% chances for the prescribed book questions in the exam. So whereas the earlier problems are not from the prescribed book, whereas example, if I mention it is from the prescribed book. So you have more chances of this problem. So write down x of t is equal to 1 for the range of t between minus t0 to plus t0, and it is equal to 0 when magnitude of t is greater than t0. Okay. Find the Fourier transform of x of t. You know the formula for Fourier transform is capital X of j omega, which is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity x of t e power minus j omega t dt. See, they have clearly given in the question the x of t value is just 1. Because of that, we don't face much problem in the simplification or integration. So x of t, we will be substituting it as 1, but in place of minus infinity to plus infinity, I have to see what is given in the question. It is minus t0 to plus t0. So integral minus t0 to plus t0, then in place of x of t is 1 multiplied with e power minus j omega t into dt. So as usual, integration is very easy. Perform the integration, substitute the limits and get me the answer. At least I want you to do up to the line which I am showing in the screen. Up to this, I want you to try it. Are you getting this answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So now, see, if you have two e terms, you can convert into trigonometric form sine or cos. So always my formula should have e power plus j theta first. Then it can be followed by minus e power minus j theta, e power minus j theta. So this can be minus or plus. So, but here if I see in this, my first term is not having plus term. But I have an option of making the first term as plus. So how can we do that?
Minus
Taking
common.
minus.
Very good. So minus we can move outside. Okay. So if I move minus outside, then you can see in the screen. So this term becomes minus and this term becomes plus, and minus if you move outside and already one minus is there, that becomes plus. So I have written finally 1 by j omega within the bracket e power plus j omega t naught minus of e power minus j omega t naught. And you know very well this bracket term is nothing but 2j sine omega t naught. Is it clear? 2j. Why 2j? You know very well why it is 2j. So in the original formula it is divided by j, e power plus j theta minus e power minus j theta divided by 2j. Here we do not have 2j, so this complete bracket term is nothing but 2j sine omega t naught. See this is nothing but theta, so omega t naught. So you can cancel j and j, so your answer is 2 by omega sine omega t naught. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See now, see here, since omega, your Fourier transform is nothing but representing the signal in frequency domain. Okay. Since here in the denominator we are having omega, if this omega is equal to 0 and here also sine of omega t naught, if omega is equal to 0, you know the value of sine 0. Sine 0 is 0. Okay. 0 multiplied with 2 is 0. Similarly, the denominator omega is 0 means 0 by 0. This is indeterminate form. So, if, see, this answer is valid only when omega is not equal to 0. So, if omega is equal to 0, then tell me what is the rule we will apply? Anybody? If you get indeterminate form, yes, L'Hospital's rule. You know how to do L'Hospital's rule? We have to do the differentiation of this term. So differentiation 2 is a constant term. Okay. So that I will keep as it is. So I will be differentiating with respect to omega, right? Because omega is the problematic term. Because of that, I am getting 0 by 0. So cos, differentiate, if I do differentiating, cos omega t naught, I am doing with respect to omega, no? So t naught is a constant, so t naught will be multiplied. Then the whole divided by, denominator also we are doing separately the differentiation. So differentiation of omega with respect to omega is 1. So now my answer is 2 times cos omega t naught into t naught. So this t naught I can move it out. So 2 t naught multiplied with cos omega t naught. Now I should apply the value of omega as 0 here. So if I apply omega as 0, then cos 0 becomes 1. So my answer, when omega is equal to 0, my answer is 2 times t naught. So in my notes that subscript naught is missed, okay? T naught is missed, subscript is missed. So you just write 2 into T naught as the answer. So is it clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So now I will be taking whiteboard because um, the problem which I am solving is very important in exam point of view. I have seen those problems in the question paper also. So just take down the question. Find ft. Okay, find ft given x of t is equal to e power minus a magnitude of t into sgn of t, sgn of t, sgn of t. So your x of t expression is e power minus a magnitude of t sgn of t. So have you people come across this sgn in mathematics or any subjects? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
No. So SGN stands for signum function. Signum function. Make a note in your notebook. SGN stands for signum function. See, just now we have discussed if it is e power minus a magnitude of t, how to perform the Fourier transform. So integration, we have to split it and we have to complete the integration. But here, along with this hiccup, we have one more hiccup, SGN of t. But it is very easy, okay? So you write down in your notebook, SGN of t is a function that value will be equal to, the value will be equal to 1, okay, 1 when t is greater than 0. Make a note when t is greater than 0. And this value will be equal to minus 1 when t is less than 0. Okay. So SGN stands for signum function and its value is equal to 1 when t is greater than 0 and it is equal to minus 1 when t is less than 0. So now I am going to find the Fourier transform. My formula is x of j omega. And one more thing I want to tell you, see, I have taken the formula from the prescribed book. In the prescribed book, they have used x of j omega. In the local author book, they have used just x of omega. Both are same. Okay. So if you people are referring local author book, you may come across this x of omega. So x of omega is also ft only, x of j omega is also ft only. The difference between the notation is this is from the prescribed book and this is from the local author book. So now I know the formula of x of j omega, which is integral minus infinity to plus infinity e power x of t e power minus j omega t dt. Okay. So now I want to substitute the x of t value here. X of t value, if I substitute, see, can I split the integration directly? Instead of substituting and splitting separately, can I do it together?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So can I split the first integration as minus infinity to 0? So at that time, my x of t value will be, the t is minus because I am taking for the negative side. Okay. T is minus. If t is minus, so will you get e power plus at? At the same time, you have this e power minus at multiplied with signum function. So signum function here I have to consider for t less than 0. So t less than 0, what is the value? It is minus 1. So my complete term is minus e power plus at. Any doubts in this?
No, ma'am.
No. So which is multiplied with the formula term is e power minus j omega t dt. So now similarly, I want someone to tell me this positive side integration. So tell me what is the expression?
E power minus at e power minus j omega t dt.
So what happens to the signum function? What is the value?
Plus 1.
Very good, very good. plus 1. So because of that reason, here we are not putting any sign here, but here first term we are putting the sign because its value is minus 1 for t less than 0. Okay. So now you know very well what is the next step you have to do it. So I'm not going to solve completely. I want you to just take the powers common, and complete the integration. I am just writing you the intermediate step. So once you complete the integration, substitute the limit, your answer will be minus 1 by, within the bracket, a minus j omega, plus, don't copy the answer, I want you to derive it. And you should confirm that you are getting the same answer. Anybody got the answer? Do I need to solve it here or it is okay?
We got it, ma'am.
Okay, got it. So tell me what is the next step? Can we leave as it is or we have to proceed further?
We have to take LCM.
Very good. Okay. Perform the LCM and get me the answer.
Two A by A square plus omega square, ma'am.
Okay. 2a by, just a minute. 2a, is it 2a?
Minus
Ma'am,
2j omega,
minus
ma'am.
2j
Okay, minus 2j, correct?
omega by A square plus omega.
Very good. This is the answer. Okay. So this is one of the important problem you can expect in the question paper, because seeing this SGN of t, people get scared of attending this problem. So it is very easy. Okay. So now I will move on to the next problem. Okay, now it is not that the other problem which is written in the notes is not important. Referring everything only I have made the notes. I have prepared the notes. So x of t, if it is equal to delta of t, no. Though it is simple term, but people get confused. So I want you to solve this problem. Determine Fourier transform of unit impulse function x of t, which is equal to delta of t. Draw its spectrum. The similar problem we have discussed in discrete time Fourier transform. Anybody remembers x of n is equal to delta of n? Anybody remembers?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you can get for both CTFT and DTFT together for the delta function in the exam together. So We will just apply the formula x of j omega equal to integral, you know the formula. Then you are substituting delta of t. So delta of t is equal to 1 when t is equal to 0. You know very well. So only at this place, I will be adding the amplitude at t equal to 0. So if that is the case, then the delta of t, I will be substituting it as 1. Integral will be invalid now. Okay. And your e power j omega t, in that your t becomes 0. So it is 1 into 1, the answer is 1. It is very simple. But you should know to neglect the integration because it is having the value only at one point. So integration is not applicable here. So x of j omega is equal to 1. And I told they may ask you to draw the spectrum. Okay. So you can ask me a question, ma'am. The sample value is only at this position. How come you are having the magnitude here for the frequency domain? Because your omega is a continuous function. Omega will be equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. So accordingly, the amplitude is 1 throughout for different values of omega. So similarly, the next problem is also very simple. Find the Fourier transform of x of t is equal to 1. X of t equal to 1. Okay. Find the Fourier transform of x of t is equal to 1. See, these are all complicating questions, but it looks very simple. So now we are going to solve this problem using the property. Directly also we can solve. So before we solve it using my method, can you people try? We know the formula of Fourier transform x of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity. I just want you to check whether will we have any problem, will we face any problem if we use the normal method. So x of t multiplied with e power minus j omega t dt. I want you people to try this. Then we will see the steps which is written in my notes. Because I have not solved using the formula. Directly I have solved using the property. So x of t is 1. So it is just e power minus j omega t dt minus t dt. So with the integration. So when you do the integration, you will get e power minus j omega t, the whole divided by minus j omega. Okay. So the limits are minus infinity to plus infinity. Can anybody complete and get me the answer?
Minus 1 by j omega.
Minus 1 by j omega. What about others? Are you getting the same answer?
Plus 1 by j omega, ma'am.
Plus 1 by j omega. Okay. I don't have the answer. What you say, I will take it. Let me see my answer. See, we have a standard relation between x of t and frequency term when you take the Fourier transform. If x of t is equal to 1, then your answer is supposed to be in terms of delta function, 2 pi delta of omega. Whereas if you do using normal formula, you will get the answer like this, which is not acceptable. That's why I have not used the formula. Please make a note. If you come across the question with x of t is equal to 1, see these are the unique questions which does not require the normal method of simplification. Okay, so that's why I said the question looks simple, but it complicates us very much. So make a note in your notebook. We have a standard. See, like in mathematics, a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Like that, you have list of formulas for Fourier transform. In that, Fourier transform for 1. See, for 1, what is the value? If you take the Fourier transform, the value is 2 pi delta of omega. 2 pi delta of omega. So this we are supposed to get as the answer. So my normal method is not giving me this answer. So you have to follow the steps which I am going to tell you now. So I want you to just follow like this, the steps. My first step is integral minus infinity to plus infinity. I am taking only the magnitude of x of t dt. I am not using the formula of Fourier transform. Simply I am going to integrate my given question. My given question is x of t. That too I am considering the magnitude part with respect to dt. My limits I am taking from minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay. So if I do that, what will happen? So this x of t is 1, right? 1 multiplied with dt is dt. And you know the integration of dt is t only. So you will be having the limits infinity and minus infinity. So if you substitute the upper limit, it is infinity. Minus of minus infinity becomes plus infinity. It is 2 times infinity. So ultimately, my answer will be infinity only. So if you do the like this. So now, later on what you are doing is, you know the statement. If x of t is Fourier transform is x of j omega, then x of jt, you see the difference? The j term is multiplied with t. If you multiply j term with t, right, then what is its Fourier transform? This is also like a formula, I have to remember it. So it is 2 pi. You know, our answer is having a 2 pi delta of omega. So in order to get in that fashion, I should use the appropriate formula. So my appropriate formula is 2 pi x of minus omega. So this is one of the formula we are going to use it. And one more thing is, if delta of t is given as the input, then its Fourier transform is equal to 1. So we are using those concepts, that concept also. So now I am going to apply the duality property. The duality property says if 1 is the input, then its Fourier transform is 2 pi delta of minus omega. So now indirectly, so I am taking 1 as the input. When I apply the Fourier transform, its answer is in terms of delta function 2 pi delta of minus omega. See, this question they may ask for 6 marks. No, so directly we cannot write the answer. So we are just writing all these formulas, standard formulas, and we will write finally with the help of all those formulas, we will get the answer as 2 pi delta of omega. That is the thing I am going to do it. So now I have delta of minus omega. I don't want minus omega, I want plus omega. So delta of minus omega is an even function. So if it is even function, then delta of minus omega is equal to delta omega. Then in this formula, I can replace delta of minus omega as delta of omega. So our question is 1 is the question. X of t is equal to 1. Its Fourier transform is 2 pi delta of omega. So minus omega becomes plus omega. So this is your answer. We are just showing them the steps, okay? So if you have j multiplied with t, it is 2 pi times x of minus omega. So this only we have taken as a reference and we have found the duality property. So meeting will get disconnected, connect back immediately. So don't think much about this problem. You should know the input is 1 means 2 pi delta of omega. To arrive that answer, you have to follow those steps. You have to remember it. That's it. So you can copy meanwhile before getting disconnected. This problem number